What's up, guys? I'm Alex Cave, and this is Down to the Roach Podcast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm here today, relaxing, chilling. Just heard the beautiful sirens of downtown Winston. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Sipping on some whipped vodka and some orange juice, courtesy to Rob. Let me take a sip of this real quick. That was a little bit of love coming from our mountain house trip, which I will get to in a little bit in the pod. But with that being said, man, I hope everyone had a good time last week. It was super fun, man, doing this podcast and starting with Robbie. We had been talking about it for a minute, knew that something had to come of it, considering the fact that comedy, me starting to do stand-up with the Florida trip. I mean, the Florida trip was nuts, so I was like, we have to just put that out there, and I'm not telling everybody over and over, so listen to the podcast. But anyway, yeah, man, we went to Finnegan's in downtown Winston after the pod last week, and we just chilled, man, got some food, hung out and talked. That place is really funny, man, because Robbie loves it, and the first time we went, we're sitting there, and like I had just been going like back to the gym, you know, and I'm half retarded, so I'm like, yo, Rob, man, check out my muscles, brother. I'm like, I'm really hitting it hard. And Rob's sitting there, and he's like talking to me about it and going to look, and the woman comes up, and like it just looks all weird, and we're laughing, and then the next thing my man orders is a little dish called bangers and mash. So we just going to let that sit there and ride, and we're moving on. So, yeah, man, it's just funny, man. I mean, just going back to the gym in general, like it's great because you go back with these little, you know, most people, which I assume, me anyway, you know, you can just get to these points where you're just like not happy. So you go back to the gym. But then next thing you know, it's not even about what's going on in your head. You just start to feel good. And then it's just about longevity and living. Because, man, I ain't trying to die anytime soon. And, you know, Florida done me a little crazy. Like, the sun had me, you know, dude, it put me on another level. Like, it was fucking hugging your boy and kissing my neck. You know what I'm saying? Everyone was getting burnt. I was barely using suntan lotion. And, I mean, nothing even happened. You know, I peeled a little bit, but I was never in pain. It was a beautiful thing. So I got the tanning upgrade at the gym. And, you know, Papa Ball, which I get, he's very upset with me about. He was like, you do not need to tan in the tanning bed. Cave, listen to me, bro. Put on the coconut oil, dog. Go sit outside your fucking burn, huh? So, he might have a point. At the same time, it sounds painful. That sounds like just literally sitting in the oven and just listening to the shit sizzle. Like, geez. The tanning bed's kind of spiritual, man. I get in there and I just kind of like zone out and I feel that warmth. Dude, like, it's nice. It's like, I know I can't stay in there forever, but I kind of could. It's weird, man. It's like a hot casket. Is it not? And I'm shocked that none of my girlfriends told me about how scary it was. I'm 27 years old. First time getting into a tanning bed, I was terrified. I was even terrified before. I was like, oh, yeah, man, tanning bed. They're like, word out, let me set you up. Like, go ahead, you're ready. I'm like, So I go up in there, and, dude, I go to get down, and I was like, oh, my God. I was like, how close is this thing get to my face? And then I come to realize, I was like, oh, this is just a hot casket. I was like, I get it. Which, now after being in one, when I die, put me in a tanning bed with a pina colada. You know? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? I'm trying to live in the sun for the rest of my days. And then honestly, after about 5 years, fucking dig me up and fucking peel me off that bastard. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Fucking drench me in some good barbecue sauce, dog. Yeah. I'm in for it. But yeah, man, tanning and stuff's been fun, and yeah, I like it. It's weird, and you know, it's the gym's interesting, man, because they got pictures of Arnold all over the place, right? And it's lit because we all love Arnold. Yeah, and my man is jacked. But then, you know, when I was growing up, dude, I was watching, like, you know, the old school WWE, which was WWF, okay? And we had people like Scott Steiner, all right, Big Papa Pump. My man wore chainmail like an Egyptian god, which is weird because I don't really know much. It's just the way he wore it. He wore chainmail like an Egyptian god wears their headpiece. That's probably a good way to put it. And he just come out and he would pump up a little bit, Pump up for the second time, and that third pump, brother, he was all the way to the top of the dome, and his fucking muscle was connected to his eyeball. Dude, Big Papa Pump was killing it, man. It was good shit back in the day. But, I mean, they were all characters. Like, we all know, oh, yo, Macho Man. Yo. Okay? And this might blow your mind if you don't know Macho Man. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Macho Man has a mixtape, okay? And it's literally mind-blowing because, dude, when this mixtape starts, he literally goes, I'm back. I fell over. I literally could not take it, man. Macho Man's something else, dude. I love this guy. Like, he's ridiculous. If you've never seen his old interviews, I promise you, you do not at all have to be a fan of wrestling, pro wrestling, fake wrestling, whatever, to watch some of those old videos and cry laughing. When my man's talking about cream of the crop and he's looking around, if you ever just want to see someone all jacked up on steroids and cocaine, man, look at the old Macho Man interviews. They are hilarious. But, yeah, so, I mean, dude, it's just with all that shit going on, tanning lately, I mean, what's some of the new shit happening? Like what? We got, the PS5 just came out recently. I had a friend who recently just got his. Shout out to Landon. It's cool, dude. Me and some friends. Like I was wanting to get a PS5 badly, y'all. Like I don't think you understand. I had I think I had 3 separate phones, all up on different websites, and I had my laptop next to me, and I had Bibles on all of them. Okay, and I was just trying to summon something. I was like, I need a PS5. I knew how hard it was to get one, and this is before they're even released. Okay, but the websites were just like, you know. Can't get it, you know, fucking bots this, fucking people going on there acting crazy that, taking up like 4,000 of them. I'm hurting, okay? I'm calling Justin. He's telling me that, you know, get over it, go to sleep, move on. We don't need it. I don't believe it. I can't accept that, okay? So, the morning of the Xbox release, that you can do pre-orders on the new Xbox, I drive up to Walmart. And this is no bullshit, okay? I am not over-exaggerating. I walked to the electronics department, and I was like, hey, I was just wondering if you could tell me, and this woman's name was Karen, okay? Karen. It is just surreal. Like, so I'm like, hey, I was just wondering, could you guys let me know, like, would you have PS5s for pre-order? And I was asking it super respectfully because I'm sure they've just had people asking, like, out the ass. Like, if anything, these people want to kill themselves by now. Walmart's already great enough. But she just looked at me and was like, oh listen, I've been on vacation. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, if I was you, I'd go somewhere else. That's exactly what she told me. It was I didn't even know what to say. I was just so shocked and so hurt. It was probably about the time I got to the car that I was livid enough to, like, I know what to say now. But I was like, listen, I got things to do. Okay, I don't let this woman waste my whole day. So I go to leave and I drive past GameStop and I see a whole line out there. So I'm like, you know what? I know it's just for the Xbox, but I'm looking for answers, okay? I know how this shit works. I'm on a fucking quest, okay? You don't ever just go down the path that's bright. You fucking knock down walls, brother. So I go up to these people and I'm like, what's up, guys? I'm just going to, you know, I'm chilling. I'm just going to get in spot in line for the new Xbox. So I'm standing there waiting, relaxing, and these 2 dudes come up behind me, okay? Tall white guy, small. What's Justin? Justin's like, I guess Justin's black, yeah. I mean, you know, dude, I see someone that looks like me, and I'm mixed. My mom's white and my dad's black, so it's like, what am I really? You know what I'm saying? I'm like a little damn Kung Fu Panda, brother. But, dude, so I see, and that's their names, Justin and Tyler. They come up behind me, and they're just chilling, and we just get to talking. And they come to find out that I'm not even really here for the Xbox. I'm just looking for information about the PS5. And they're like willing to pay me for my spot in line. And I'm like, oh, dude, God, no. Like, please have it. Like, I'm just here to talk to somebody about what's going on. So I give them my spot, which is absolutely in vain because this dude at the front of the line was chilling. No, he had his girl up there. And then when they opened, he came up and then they got in line together so they could get 2 Xboxes. And then the GameStop manager was just like, do y'all live in the same house? And they looked at each other and said, no. And then she's like, okay. I was like, dude, if somebody doesn't fucking break some glass or, shoot off an AK in the air, I'm going to lose my mind. Granted, I know this isn't Russia, but it was absurd, man. And these people get it and stuff, and we get in there, and Tyler and Justin are still able to get their Xboxes. They just didn't get the, bigger editions of them. They had to get the smaller versions. And I asked the woman about the PlayStation. She's like, unfortunately, we don't have any information. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. I'm at the point of sorrow. I don't know what I was going to do when I walked out of that GameStop, but I was just like in my head, just thinking like, what heel am I trying to ice skate up now? So as I'm walking out, I just hear Alex. But you're never, you know that thing whenever someone waves at you and you wave, but they're waving at the person behind you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, trust me, I've looked like an asshole my whole life. So I was like, well, might as well not, think they're talking to me. So, and I barely heard it. So for all I know, I'm just tripping. So I just keep walking. And Tyler and them come out and they're like, hey, man, do you want to go eat at East Coast? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Just met these dudes. So we go to East Coast, we're chilling. And we talked for about 2.5, 3 hours. It was nuts. We just ate, drank, and talked. And just became great friends with these dudes. And if it wasn't 3 days later, I woke up from a nap and he had texted me and said, hey, man, look into this. And GameStop was having a alleged release for PS5s the next day. So I called GameStop. I was like, hey, man, are you, blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, I'm on the phone with management right now, but I can't give any information how many we're going to have, but we are going to have them. I said, I'll see you in a minute. So I get up to GameStop the day prior to them doing this at 3 in the afternoon. No, excuse me, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? 1 o'clock in the afternoon, go and let that guy know. I say, hey, man, I'm just letting you know I'm number 1 in line. I'm here and I'm not leaving. He's like, okay, cool. So I go outside with a little foldable chair. And guys, if I did not sit there for, I think it was 21 hours, like I didn't leave until, because they opened at 11 o'clock the next day. And I was able to get Justin out there. And just like, we had like a whole little gaggle of people. Like they only had 5. So it was just 5 of us that was able to show up and get this thing. And if it wasn't the craziest night, man, we had like this homeless chick show up and she was fucking, dude, it was just crazy. Like she was like, y'all know where I am? And I'm like, yeah, you're here in Winston or excuse me, Lexington. And she's like, oh, I don't know where that is. And I'm like, oh, North Carolina. She's like, I don't know where that. And I'm like, well, hang on a second. Where are you trying to go? She goes, I don't know. I said, oh shit. I was like, this is about to be great. And then we made it very clear off the jump. I was like, well, listen, we're not leaving to go anywhere. I'm like, this is my moment, okay? And I'm not letting some fucking random of the wind, galaxy, stars aligning, homeless chick show up and ruin everything. Guys. So, she sits out there all night and just proceeds to tell us about this crazy shit that she was with these people. And she was like messing around with one of the guys that the other girl liked, and they put a gun to her head, and she was like, do it, bitch. And then she just pistol whipped her, and fucking they left her at Walmart. And then she walked over here because she seen us standing outside. I was like, oh, well, this is just wonderful. And DJ Riggs basically fell in love with her and damn got her help for the cops and shit. It was absolutely nuts. We were like, bro, get rid of this woman. Like, she was sleeping in his car. It was one of the craziest shit. I was just like, just get me out of here. Like, I was deprived of sleep. It was nuts. I was literally had it up to here with it. And then with that being said, later that night, me and a friend went and ate. And just, bro, the streets of Winston are getting insane with these homeless. Because the homeless people in Winston, one, are the homeless people not the skunks of the city? You literally smell them from a mile away. I will do a good gust of wind will come from a damn alleyway, and you'll be like, oh, bro, that's about 5 homeless down there, brother. You be like, is that sewage? I'm like, nah, brother, that's damn the monk of 4th Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, the homeless, bro, I swear to Christ, I'm just going to fill up some water balloons with soap, and I'm just going to start banging these motherfuckers when they ask for money. Like, hey, man, hey, blood. Hey, cuz. I'm like, no. Hey, nephew, no. I'm just going to pick up a fucking balloon full of soap and water and bang your ass with it right in the dome. Stop stinking, please. Thank you. But, yeah, man, so he just got her help, and we called the cops, and like in like a good way, like they didn't arrest her or nothing. Like she needed help, she didn't know where she was going, she didn't know where she was at, and the cop just came, talked to her, and just gave her a ride somewhere so she could get the correct help. We got our PS5s, and we pre-ordered them if anything, and dipped, brother. It was literally the craziest shit I experienced in a long time. Like, I mean, I was just losing my mind. And this woman, like, she made it seem like because she said she was from Idaho, and our homie Tyler, he made a great point. He was like, "What's in Idaho? You understand? Like the potato? Like, ain't that what it is? The Idaho potato, the fucking packs? Or am I retarded? Listen, I am. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, like, what isn't I like? How did she make it in North Carolina and not know how she got here? That girl has been tripping balls for a good month. But I mean, yeah, just speaking. I mean, just hike. Like, what? She hike? Like, hiking's in the dangers. I bet. Like, I have friends. Like, there's this one chick we know. She just went on a trip, and she just done it by herself. Took a plane trip, got a rental car, done the whole thing. And I'm telling you, y'all, she was in some of the most beautiful places I've seen, like just the mountains and the water. Like, it looked like just like a portrait. It was nuts. But I'm just like, where's the mountain lions and the bears, bro? I'd go out there with a damn AR, a shotty, a couple grenades, a flashbang. Dude, listen, nature is unforgiving, okay? Everyone's like, oh, don't kill this, bro. These bastards will rip you in half. Like, the last thing I want is to be eaten by a bear. That sounds horrific if you've never seen The Revenant, okay? Leo fucking took one for the team and damn killed that bastard straight up into sleeping in a horse. My man split up in a horse and slept in it. Like, that's fucking nuts. What you gotta say to that shit? But, yeah, man, speaking of hiking's and the dangers and going to all these beautiful places in the mountains, we had a mountain trip, this past November. Yeah. For old Daddy Ball's birthday. So we all went up to the mountain house and had a super good time, man. And it was, to me personally, nice in the midst of like, oh my God, coronavirus. And we got like, I think it was like 10 of us in this little, it wasn't even like a little hot tub, but it sure shouldn't have been fitting this many people. Dude, we had so many feet just touching each other. At that point, it just didn't matter who was touching who. It was just funny. Justin's drowning Nick in the hot tub, damn, pouring fucking Crown when he comes up, the gas sprayer in his mouth. And I mean, bro, them boys will fight to the death. He picked Nick up the other night and literally slammed him like Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3. I was like, holy shit. Like, because you're just like, oh, they're best friends. Justin's going to put him down easy. Hell no, bro. Justin picked up Nick and just let him go like midair, just slammed on the ground. I was like, Jesus Christ. And then, bro, I feel almost damn responsible for this, even though it isn't mine. But we were just over at these hillbillies' houses that we know out in fucking I don't know where it is. It's really off in the woods somewhere, brother, where they damn do 180 miles an hour around a curve and ask Jesus to take the wheel, if you understand what I'm saying. But nonetheless, we were out there and this dude had a blow dart, like a legit blow dart gun, like. Whole tube, the needles were thick as hell. Like when they go through wood, man, like you do it good enough, it's tough to get it out the wood, let alone flesh. So this man, once Papa Ball realizes what we got going on here, he nefariously looked at me and said, "Where is Nick?" I was like, oh no. So he goes in there, finds Nick in the bathroom. Nick won't come out. So he's laying down in another room straight, Call of Duty. Dude, this is the most tribal shit I've seen in a long time. And you can tell there's no, bro, you ain't telling him shit. Like, you wasn't telling Justin shit. Like, he was going to hit him with that blow dart whether you wanted him to or not. And, bro, Nick came out that bathroom and took off running. And I promise you, if he wouldn't have got out the back door as quick as he did, we would have had to, dude, there's no telling, bro. We would have might had to take this man to the emergency room. Like, because it got him in the side, but it was like, it got him in the side sideways as he was going out the door. So it didn't stick in him, but it left a nice little bruise and a hole in him. And, dude, we would have had to straight pull this thick-ass needle out of Nick's side, and I just don't even know, bro. Like, and they're laughing. Like, I'm like, man, this is the craziest shit I've seen. But nonetheless, the mountain house trip was nuts, man. It was beautiful. We were so high up, and like, because we were in Georgia, and we were high up on this mountain. And I mean, like, dude, like, it was literally the equivalent of just going to the most beautiful beach, like the way you can see the rain coming in from a distance. And I mean, man, that mountain house trip was nuts, y'all. I like it. It was only for like 4 or 5 days, but I hadn't been that drunk in a long time and just laughed my ass off. And that's where this whipped vodka and OJ came in at, dude. Robbie turned me on to it. I've never, because it's hard for me to find things that, like, because I like beer and stuff, but at the end of the day, at some point you're just like, oh, this shit, and then something, you just get drunk, move on. But it's very rare I find something that just tastes unbelievably phenomenal and you don't even notice it, and the next thing you know, you just can't, pull it to your face. But this whipped vodka and OJ, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm trying to put you on to something if you hadn't tried it. Put it on the rocks. Oh my God. But yeah, man, we had a great time on all these trips, and we just got a shout out to Mama Wade and Papa Ball, because if it wasn't for them on a lot of these trips, bro, like these boys, I mean, one, they already hustle. You know what I'm saying? They got families and people they love that they do shit for, so they already stacking. And they'll just fucking drop some bands and then just be like, all right, y'all, just get us back over time, and then we just like pay them the shit, and it's just like, bro, like. It's crazy, man. You're hanging out with people that damn play games with people from the Medellin cartel, and I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Like, I feel like I'm living in a movie, and I like it. I love it. I just hope I like it ends with me, maybe going back in time, not dying, something crazy. Or if I do die, bro, I blew up a planet or something, because we all going, brother. Oh hell yeah! But yeah, man. Has anybody been watching Loki? That's a great show. Dude, it's only on episode 3 right now, but wow. Like, this little skinny bastard's running around the TVA just fucking shit up. It's great. And Owen Wilson, brother, he's such a treasure, but his nose is so brutal. Like, I look at his nose and it makes my face start hurting, and I mean that. Like, it's so jacked, man. But, yeah, Loki's great. About to go see Fast 9 this week, and that's going to be a good time, dude. If you haven't been through the Fast and the Furious saga, you're kidding yourself. Them movies are a delight. Because here's the thing. If you are watching, because I love all sorts of movies, okay? I love movies that are super realistic. I love superhero movies. I love, all this shit. But at the end of the day, it's a movie. And I think a lot of people are like, bro, this movie sucks, man. And saying they taking the car through the buildings. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. So, like, bro, have some drinks. Go with some friends. Watch these movies. You will laugh your ass off and have a blast, bro. How can you not have a good time with The Rock and Vin Diesel, okay? They legitly hate each other, and it's beautiful. Because, listen, Vinny just knows that old Dwayne is the shit, okay? That's the fucking Scorpion King, brother. Okay, he knows, and he feels so threatened by The Rock coming on set, because he's all like, family, familiar, and I'm like, oh, great. You know what I mean? And like, you see them face off in the movies, and it's like, bro, The Rock would just bend them into a pretzel. And then you got Vin Diesel acting weird as shit in these interviews with that one chick. Like, has anyone seen that? Look up Vin Diesel weird interview, and he's just talking to this girl, and he's like, I'm in love. Who is this girl? I'm so sorry, I can't even pay attention to the interview. You smell so good. You look so good. I'm in love with you. I'm like, oh no. Vin, what's happening? He keeps looking at like his like manager. Who is this girl? I can't deal with it. Like, it is the cringiest shit, man. Like, so Vin's kidding himself. His whole family thing's weird. The Fast and Furious needs to hurry up and end. It should have ended right when the parting ways, when Paul passed away, and it had I'll see you again, and them two driving off at the end, and it shows Paul go down that beautiful drive off into the never ending fucking pit stop of life, whatever the fuck he's doing. It should have ended right there, but no, dude, we had to make like 4 to 5 more movies, and make a game that was god awful. It's just nuts, y'all. But dude, yeah, Fast 9. Go see it. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna get a group of people, and we're gonna get turned up and go see it and literally laugh our asses off and hopefully get thrown out by the end of the movie. Godzilla vs. Kong was hilarious. In the best of ways. I mean, like, you go to that messed up, and like, because I went with a group of friends. It was me, Rob, and our beautiful friend Miss Ashlyn. And because lately, me and her, we had been watching like a lot of just nerdy shit. I love turning people on to just like all the nerdum, because boy, can I just talk forever and break your brain on it. So we went and seen Godzilla vs. Kong, man, and it was just, I mean, dude, you're looking at this big ass ape, bro. Like this big ass ape. And I mean, this oversized lizards. And I mean, bro, they're blowing holes into the ground, the fucking hollow earth. And like, they're damn fighting at night in Tokyo and all the damn, or was it China? I don't fucking know. And all the lights were crazy and shit, y'all. Like, it was just a good time, dude. I'm in for good times. Mortal Kombat was an okay movie. And I do mean okay movie. You see the potential in it. And they just did, that movie needed to be a Snyder cut. They needed a 4-hour version of that Mortal Kombat movie. I'm telling you that right now. It was just raw. And then the way Jax got his shit, it was just like, what is happening, bro? So, but that's all the movie shit, guys. Please tell me everybody has been paying attention to what's been going on in the news, because I have some recent events. Okay. Recent events. So, as most people just heard, I just got 2 recent events this week. Nothing too big. We're just going to touch on 2 things here. Derek Chauvin, I think that's how you say his name, was sentenced to 22 years in prison for the death of George Floyd. That is some nerve-wracking shit. Like, imagine, like, my man's going to the gulag. Like, I hope y'all understand that. Like, he's going to the darkest hole and just being like, later. Like, cause bro, how old is Buddy? You know what I mean? 22 years? Like, I'm literally in shock. It says, in Minneapolis, Derek Chauvin, the former police officer who was convicted of murdering George Floyd by kneeling on his neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, was sentenced to 22 years and 6 months in prison on Friday. 22 years and 6 months. Brother, y'all might as well let him write his will. Take a casket in there. Like, that's insane. Which, I'm not saying he shouldn't get it. I'm just saying, bro, like, people just need to think before you make these decisions. 22 years you're getting locked up. Oh, my God. It said Chauvin was convicted of 2nd-degree unintentional murder, 3rd-degree murder, and 2nd-degree manslaughter by Minneapolis jury in April. So, wow. Yeah. Kaepernick, think about that next time you take a knee. Make sure you're not doing it on on a damn cicada, because the way the shit's going now, you're gonna fucking kill a cicada, and we're gonna put Kaepernick away for about 5 years, brother. But there was this is one of my favorite ones I heard this week. Dude, you would have told me this shit about 5 years ago. Maybe a little bit more, and I'd have been like, no way. But I heard this, and I instantly was like, I believe that for sure. A petition to make Jeff Bezos stay in space. I'm going to go ahead and say that one more time. A petition to make Jeff Bezos stay in space has more than 120,000 signatures, and here's how it got started. Are you shitting me? Yo. People want my man to just stay out there. Like, that's nuts. It says with less than a month to go before Jeff Bezos embarks on his greatest adventure with a trip to space, more than a few people here on Earth are making it known that they prefer it if the wealthiest man on the planet takes a one-way trip and remains in orbit. Oh my God. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go ahead and assume the people saying this is like the same people that stormed the Capitol, which blows me away. Did you know, and I'm sorry, but this is funny. There were people that stormed the Capitol on January 6th that passed away from heart attacks because it was the most exciting day of their life. Can you believe that? I bet these were some of the most palest people you have ever seen. Like, they didn't go out and do shit. Like, that was the most exciting day. They were storming the Capitol and they died of a heart attack. I really cannot believe that. It says a petition on change.org. So I don't know if y'all want to go there to sign this petition. Is titled, Do Not Allow Jeff Bezos to Return to Earth. Launched in early June after Bezos announced his plans to fly on next month's first passenger space flight of his company Blue Origin. Okay, because we got Elon and SpaceX, got Bezos and Blue Origin. Wonderful. And I ain't gonna lie, Blue Origin is a badass name. That's a badass name. But yeah, the petition already has more than 122,000 signatures as of Friday afternoon, and Bezos has said his dream of going to space since he was 5 years old. So his little 5-year-old dream's about to be his new fucking life, brother. That's crazy. But the funny thing is like the people that would say that, like, you're sending the rich. Okay, he didn't get rich by being a dum-dum. Okay, so go ahead, send this man in the earth, put a fucking petition he can't return. And could you imagine? Because at that point, we're fucking instating galactic police for the first time. There's galactic police out in space just waiting for Bezos' fucking craft to return. And what we're going to do when he returns, send him back up or fucking like shoot it down? Like, like what are people are saying some crazy shit, but you know what? I'm in for it, right? Let Bezos stay out in space and he can't come back. So this brilliant man is out in space with all his shit. So he finds intelligent life before we do, brings them back, and they all spank us and put us in fucking chains. How you like that? How you like that? Okay? But yeah, man, it's just some crazy shit, and I'm not even surprised. I'm really not with the way the world is now. I mean, like I said, we're not doing about the skunk problem. We're not doing shit about the homeless problem. They're one and the same, brother. If anybody knows the sweet little thing that is Alex Garcia, and she is that such because if you've ever heard this girl talk, it is the craziest shit. She's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, because we were looking over there, and I said, don't you even be over there with that boy, bitch. And I was like, oh my God, like, no one can take this girl seriously. Like, she could fuck up anybody because she's going to go off on you, and you're not even going to know what's happening. Like, you're going to be like, huh? You're going to be like, who's talking right? You're going to be looking around at the grass, and you're like, oh, this woman right here is moving a lot right here. Like, what, is she talking to me? Next thing you know, you got stabbed in the throat, hit with a damn bottle. She's wild, but what a wonderful woman she is. And she done a reading on me the other week. Thought it was interesting. This couple I talked to that was over there, they're super great. They said that she done a reading on them, and it was all about betrayal, cheating, fucking leaving each other in the dark. Damn, the witches are coming for them. I was like, oh my God. See, that's why you don't fucking play with those cards, man, because next thing you know, you got a fucking couple Wookalars in the kitchen, brother. But, yeah, Alex done a reading on me, man, and it was interesting. It literally was said that there is something being kept from me, and when it isn't being kept from me, that I'll feel free and be able to thrive, I would say, at some things. And it was just like, she had 3 cards, and that was like one of them. One of them was that I want to be surrounded by, just friends and family and just have good times and just like whatever I've been putting off, I need to get on it. And it was just, all this shit. And, you're just like, oh, okay, cliche stuff, right? Which in my head I would think. But then you go through the cards and you realize there's a ton of bad ones. And the ones I got, it was like very rare that you get them. So it was just interesting, man. I don't know if I believe in all that stuff, but Jordan's got me fucking logging into my horoscope on Snapchat and looking at the stars, and you fucking meet the girl. Hey, I'm out. She's like, cool. Or when were you born? I was like, oh, yeah, I was born in Christmas. Oh, so you're a Capricorn? What? Like, I don't give a fuck when you were born. You know what I mean? Do you wipe your ass when you use the bathroom? Do you fucking use flushable wipes? Please. Like, let's talk about the shit that matters, brother. But yeah, man, that her reading was literally nuts. And with that being said, on setting those, like just having those things set in my mind and seeing maybe, putting stuff off. I was listening to this man talk this week, and I thought this was super interesting. I don't know how many people can relate to this or anything, but have you ever set goals and it just didn't seem like it worked, or maybe it just doesn't work for you? And I heard this thing and I couldn't believe it, or I couldn't agree with it anymore. But it was the reason that goal setting doesn't work is that you set goals for who you are now. And we change every day. And a lot of people hate to realize that and admit that because we like to hold grudges and stay mad at people. And you forget that, you're not your mistakes. You know what I mean? And you're an accumulation of everything you are now. And, sometimes we just need to just focus on who we are at this moment and what we want and what makes us happy. So I just thought that was interesting, man. You know what I mean? Whenever I was just looking over that and, just hearing it, man. It was super nuts. And with that being said, for not setting goals, plans for comedy. So going to Greensboro here soon to do the Idiot Box and do the Comedy Zone. It is seriously so time for this. We have been trying to do this since last year around my birthday. But everything was just that no one was doing anything due to COVID and stuff. So now that everything's open back up and it seems like promoters are really doing stuff with the shows and getting up the mics back open, please, everybody, whenever I post it, whenever you hear everyone say something about it, come out to Greensboro and see your boy do some stand-up. We're going to do something out there and absolutely go to Charlotte and hit some of the comedy clubs out there. And yeah, man, with that being said, like the upcoming guests, like, man, the upcoming guests are interesting. Like, I feel like we have like a lot of good podcasts coming up. We got a guest next week that really solidifies just even how I'm even at this point to this day, because he really gave me my start in just doing things of the entertainment-esque. You know what I mean? I like to entertain and stuff. So whenever this guest comes on, it's going to be super awesome just to listen to how we met each other, how we got started, and just to doing shit, how the first mixtape came about. And some of y'all might know this man. You'll hear who it is next week. But we performed at the talent show together. He was with me when I performed my first show with someone. So it's just a lot of interesting history there, man. We got a guest coming up on July 16th, which I know everyone's going to love. It's going to be hilarious. And just a lot of cool stuff. You know, I posted today, me and Jordan Craver have one coming soon. We're going to hit on that in about a couple weeks. We have a wild, hilarious one coming on, y'all, just about relationships. Like, it's going to be too funny. I love that girl. She is a blessing. And just the way she thinks is just super funny. Her humor is ridiculous. And, like, it's always awesome to hear her perspective on things, because once again, I am a Neanderthal. But yeah, man, I really hope everyone enjoyed this episode. You know, it was just me kind of kicking back and chilling, drinking, just living the dream, listening to homeless people outside fighting the sirens of downtown Winston. We're about to hang out, go get something to eat, call up Papa Ball, have them meet us. I don't know what we're getting into. We might be going to Whiskey Dogs tonight. So if you see us out there, that's what's up. Rob is still working out, or not. He really has been getting it here lately, which I'm very proud of him, man. Listen, I know everyone thinks they work out, but listen, guys, it doesn't matter if you work out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 hours. Just do something, okay? Like a lot of people that are listening to me should be around my age. We're getting old people, okay? We don't want to fucking get into our 40s and our 30s and find it hard to get out of bed. Stretch, you know what I mean? Fucking go on jogs, see life, enjoy it. It feels good to fucking, die and still be able to shit on the toilet. But yeah, man, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Down to the Roach, and we will see you on the next one.
I don't want you waiting too long. She hold me down like gravity.
We on the front page of them blogs. Would you be mad at me?